Alright, yes, you have read the title correctly. The Galaxy Z Fold 3 is my favorite funnest phone of this year, 2021. Now notice I said my favorite funnest phone of 2021. I didn't say the phone that I think was best this year, at least best for me, because when it comes to the overall best phone of 2021, at least for me, it's really got to make sense with the way I live my everyday life. The type of work that I do, how long I'm away from home throughout the day without a charger. Because while the Z Fold 3 does have some pretty good battery life, it's not the best battery life that I've ever experienced in a smartphone. So that is very, very important to me. But the best phone of 2021 for me, that's gonna come in a separate video. But the phone that was my favorite, that I found to be the funnest of this year, at least out of all the phones that I've personally got to experience, it's gotta be this bad boy right here. I've been having a great time with the Z Fold 3. I mean, you get a phone and, let me see if I can open it right here, and a tablet all in one, in your pocket. You don't have to carry a phone and a tablet at the same time. If you're one of those ones that, you have your phone, but you also like to take care of business on a tablet, you got both of those right here in your hand, in your pocket. You don't have to carry around two devices anymore, which is one thing that makes this device so amazing. At least for me, I can get a lot done on this device, and it is a multitasking beast. I mean, I'm probably gonna be all over the place in this video because I don't have a script. This is just coming off the top of my head to let you guys know why this phone is my favorite. I mean, it is a multitasking beast. When you open up the phone, you get this big display inside. You can do so many things on here. You can have, 3 windows open at the same time if you want. You can have YouTube open, watching a video. You can have your Twitter open, your Gmail, and then you can just throw up a bunch of pop-up windows if you really want to. Although, I don't really think a lot of people are gonna do that. I personally don't even do that, have 20 windows open at the same time or whatever it is. Sometimes I will have the 3 windows open though, multitasking if I really need to do so. And it's really nice because it doesn't seem too small. Each window doesn't seem like it's too small to see on this big display right here, which just makes it really, really nice. Now, when it comes to the overall design of this device, I mean, when it's open, it is super thin, and when it's closed, yeah, it's a bit thicker than, our regular devices, as you can see right here, but it's not super thick. It's not too thick. It's like a thin thick, as you can see right there, a thin thick. I don't even know if that makes sense. I think I said that in one of my previous videos about this phone right here. But yeah, it's a thin thick, and I really like what Samsung did right here because, it does have a bit of weight to it, but it's also light for what it is. It doesn't feel super bulky in your pocket. I mean, at least this is for me. This is from my experience. Now, when it comes to that front display, we're getting a pretty much an all-screen experience right here in the front. Yeah, we get that punch hole camera cutout up top, but it doesn't seem to get in the way of everything. Yeah, it is a tall display, so if you have smaller hands like myself, it is a little bit hard at times, to reach up top, or you can just bring in your other hand to do so. But I really like that we still have this big display right here in the front that is actually usable, compared to the smaller display on the original Galaxy Fold. I mean, you can pretty much do everything that you need to in this front display. But when it comes to the typing, it is a little bit hard to type if you're text messaging. So me personally, I either use the voice to text or, the swipe to text, and hey, I'm good to go. I really don't need to be there, with both my fingers, especially I got short, stubby, fat thumbs, so it makes it even harder for me, to type on this front display. So that's the reason why I'm either using, the voice to text or, the swipe to text. It just makes it a whole lot easier. And either way, when I'm using this front display, I'm just using basic things. I'm doing basic things like checking my email really quick, maybe social media really quick, making a phone call. And, I do other things too, but when I'm really getting into this device and, I really want to use it for something good, watching content or just whatever, if I know I'm going to be using it for a while, boom, that's when I open it up and just start using the inside, because this is one of the main reasons you're buying this phone is that inside display. The fact that you get to open it up to a tablet, you get that 120 hertz super smooth display. You get such a smooth experience with this phone. The performance on it is great. At least for me, I haven't experienced any hiccups, any lagging or anything like that. Since it's been out, it's actually been performing really, really good. Not even on the inside, but on the outside too, we're getting that 120 hertz display. Now, you don't have to use it. You can turn it off if you want to. I keep it on because when I buy a device, I want to be able to use it the way it was intended to be used. Samsung's given us all these features for these devices. why not use them? And I know there's some people that say, well, it saves battery if you turn it off. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna leave it on because, it's offered to me. So, I'm going to use it. So aside from getting a smooth experience on the inside display, you're also going to get it on this outside display. And it's just an amazing experience. But going back to the inside, yes, we still have that crease in the middle. It doesn't go away, but it also doesn't get worse. For those of you, I've had a couple of questions, does the crease actually get worse throughout time? Can you see it more and more? And no, because it's not like you're stretching out the display. You're not, changing the overall shape of it. So yes, the crease stays exactly the same as, from the first day you bought it. Now I am using a tempered glass screen protector from Whitestone Dome. I will have a link down in the description below if you want to check one out for yourself. I also have, a whole installation video on this inside screen protector. But out of the box, Samsung did include an actually pretty good screen protector with this inside display, compared to last year's. And I felt it to be more durable. It felt a whole lot better than the last one as well when using it. But me personally, I really wanted to try out that super thin glass screen protector that Whitestone Dome was offering, which is why I installed it. And it's been holding up great, honestly. I mean, it looks good to me. It's been holding up great with scratches. I honestly don't notice any scratches or anything like that. No fingerprints. I can rub my fingernail all across this display if I really want to. And it doesn't leave any fingernail marks or anything like that. So it's been doing a pretty good job at protecting that inside display. Now, when it comes to the overall battery life of this device right here, like I mentioned earlier, battery life is pretty great, but it's not the best battery life that I've ever experienced in a smartphone. It's not getting me, super late into the night, but it still actually gets me through the majority of my day. I can wake up early in the morning around the usual time I wake up, which is around 4:45, 5 a.m. in the morning. And it'll get me pretty late into the evening, like maybe around 7 p.m. sometimes, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And then I'll have to throw it on the charger if I want to continue using it late into the night. So it does get me through the most important part of my day, which is at work. And then some of the time I'm at home as well once I get home from work. And honestly, that's good enough for me when it comes to this phone right here, because I do understand that it's powering two displays running 120 hertz, especially for a heavy user like me. I think battery life is pretty good on here. Now, when it comes to gaming on this device, because I know we got a lot of mobile gamers out there, and when it comes to a big display like the one you have on here, you're gonna wanna use it for gaming because you just get, it's just a whole nother experience than if you're playing on a display like this. You know what I mean? You get a bigger display, more room for your fingers to move around when playing games, especially games like Call of Duty Mobile. And I actually did a separate video gaming on this phone right here, and it performs great. I mean, the experience is great, especially just because of the bigger display alone. Aside from the higher refresh rate, things like that, and aside from performance, just the fact that you get this bigger display to play your games on here, you can see a whole lot more. It just stretches it out more, but it doesn't have a stretchy look. It just makes it bigger. I mean, it's a great experience. And then watching content is great on here too. Now, yeah, it does leave black bars on the top and the bottom, if you're watching stuff on YouTube, but you are able to pinch to zoom, and it will cut out some of the video, but I mean, it's still a great experience if you want to be able to feel that whole display. And one cool thing is they actually hid this camera on the inside. You got pixels covering it. And if you look at it at certain angles, yeah, you could see it, but when you're just looking at it straight on, and watching your content, it does hide that camera right there. So you're actually getting a full screen experience. I mean, yeah, we get bezels all around the side, but you need those. If we had the screen going all the way to the edge, it could be bad news. I don't really know. Maybe it might break easier, or maybe you might be, touching it with your palms on the side. So I think that little bit of bezel all the way around does make sense. At least for me, I don't mind it at all because we're still getting an all screen experience, like a little TV in your pocket. It's amazing. Now, when it comes to the cameras in the back, yeah, they're not the best cameras out there, compared to like the S21 Ultra or the Pixel 6 Pro or the iPhone 13 Pro Max. You got other phones out there with amazing cameras. And, these cameras, they're not, the best compared to those. But honestly, I mean, just for your everyday pictures, your quick point and shoot camera, or, maybe you're at a birthday party and you want to take some pics. I mean, the cameras on here are still pretty good. I mean, they're not gonna take bad pictures. They might not take the best pictures, but the pictures aren't bad by any means. I've still been able to capture some great photos with the cameras on this device. I've been able to capture great video with the cameras on this device as well. So even though they don't have the best cameras, they still have really good, decent cameras that are gonna get you some great photos and great video. But either way, that's not why you're buying this phone right here. You're buying this phone to show off to your friends because it looks cool and you want everybody to notice you. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why you're buying it, but it is pretty cool to show off. You know, I've had guys at work like, hey, don't you have that folding phone? Can you bring it to work? This actually happened about a month ago, I think, when I was currently in the process of, you know, testing out the Pixel 6 Pro, using it every single day, but they were like, hey, where's the folding phone? So I was like, all right, you know what, I'll take it to work for, you know, maybe 1 or 2 days. I did, and they were amazed. And I didn't even tell them anything. I just pulled out my phone, I was using it, and you know, I had the phone open, and they were like, whoa, is that the folding phone? That's what you brought it? And I was like, yeah, check it out. And they were holding it. Honestly, they were a little bit scared because they don't know how durable it is or how not durable it is. So they were a little scared to hold it, but it's amazing seeing how amazed they were at something like this, because you still don't see phones like this, you know, every single day, everywhere that you go. It's very rare that you'll see someone walking down the street with the foldable device. It's very rare where you'll be at the store and see someone with the folding phone. It's still something that you don't see every day. So when someone does see it, they're amazed by it. It still looks like something that's totally futuristic. And that's exactly the times we're living in right now. We're living in the future right now, especially with technology like this that allows you to do this with your phone right here. I mean, look at this. Boom. I mean, I could do this all day. Open and close it and open it and close it. I mean, the overall experience with this phone has just been amazing. I don't know if there's anything I forgot to talk about, but this is basically just to share with y'all that my favorite phone, my funnest phone that I've been able to use this year of 2021 has been the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now, of course, you know, this isn't, you know, the perfect phone out there, which is why I didn't name it my best phone of 2021, just my favorite funnest phone of this year, because of course it could use some improvements. You know, obviously I would like to see the best cameras that Samsung has to offer. I would like to see an SD card slot. I would like to see, you know, even a headphone jack. Give me an S Pen, because yes, this does have S Pen compatibility, which is great, but there's nowhere to put it, and I don't want to be using those S Pen cases, you know, to make the phone extra bulky than what it is. Even though it is a thin, thick phone, I still don't want to add any more thickness to this. I'm using the thinnest cases that I can find to give it, you know, at least some good, decent protection. So hopefully in the next one, they'll be able to integrate the S Pen, you know, somewhere in this device without adding too much bulk to it. And then of course, a little bit better battery life to get me, you know, a little bit further in the day. So of course, it's not the perfect phone, but definitely my favorite phone of 2021. What is yours? Let me know down in the comments sections below. Hey, it doesn't have to be a folding device. Whatever phone you use this year, or out of, you know, the several phones that you've possibly been able to use this year, which one has been your favorite? Or even just phones that you haven't used. Let me know down in the comment sections below. If there's anything I forgot to mention about this device in this video, just let me know down in the comments as well. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one.